2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Well, we have a good one tonight. 2 powerhouse clubs about to throw down. Kenny, how do you see this playing out?
Well, you got 2 teams bringing out their best in each other tonight, Ernie. So that's why this game is a must-see matchup. Tremendous individual matchups as well, and this will be a heated rivalry for years to come.
I'm seeing something in the ball.
In what ball?
The crystal ball.
Not that again.
I think this could be a preview of these teams meeting in the postseason.
Wow.
Everyone in the league will also be watching.
Wow.
Shaq Thomas.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch it.
Hand me that ball.
Can't touch
Just
it.
hand me that ball, please.
Can't touch it.
Why? Look.
Oh! He just dropped the ball.
Don't have to worry about that shtick anymore.
He dropped the ball.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And the Wizards head back to Washington after today's contest. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
And, well, for Washington, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
I'm not sure how long they'll be able to stick around up there, but so far it's been a lot of fun to see how much progress they're making.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know the Sixers are one of the top teams in the league in assists, and that's not by accident. Brett Brown, their coach, has a mantra. The pass is king. He says it's not I score, but rather we score. And he feels that that unselfish mentality shows up throughout the roster. Kevin?
Great stuff, David. Thanks. And Clark, both these teams known for their defense and grinded out games like this. How do you scrape out a win?
Well, I think a couple of things. One, you've got to be good with the ball because you know there are not going to be many good opportunities or easy opportunities to score. The other thing is when you can, you've got to try to get easy scores. Force turnovers that lead to buckets. Score in transition because you know in the half court it's going to be tough going. So those are options you look at in terms of counteracting a very good defensive team.
That's a good way to frame this one. And now Washington's starting group. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Green is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Parker in at the 3 slot. Good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Wall finds Portis. Outside, Beal. Off target from outside. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. And the wide open shot from Redick. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And Redick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
Outside Portis. Outside Beal. Dishes to Green. Back to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Simmons against Wall. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Butler deciding where to go with it. Passes to Embiid. Banked in off the glass.
Even when the defense is there, I mean, Embiid still knows how to score.
And here's Wall. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Now here's Wall. Over Simmons. And that one hits back iron. The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Beal with the block. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Butler with the steal.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball forwards.
2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
Good on the second free throw. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Beal can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Harris. Up again, but he recovers it.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
Simmons against Wall. Outside, Beal, and the pass to Parker. Inside, from 13, Wall, no luck.
I think they got to get it going. A 1-for-5 start, not what they wanted.
Embiid, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That one goes in.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Wall against Simmons. Outside, Redick. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Wizards.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Now, here's Wall. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Shots good by Simmons.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Wall against Simmons. Wall passes to Green. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And Philadelphia has possession. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, and going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. And I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Now here's Redick. What a tremendous game he played against New York.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Shot from the inbound. Nice shot by Portis. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Knicks.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
And it's Wall with the ball for Washington, trailing by 5. Unloads from 13, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago, and he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
Harris kicks to Simmons. Harris inside, guarded by Green. Harris's shot is off, and there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Dwight Howard's checked in for Portis. Wizards trail by 3. All with it. Poked loose. Goes up at the stripe. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
And it's Butler missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Simmons, another key contributor to that nice win against New York. Here's Harris over Green. Tries it from 9. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 5 now. Wizards trail by 3. Wall looking it over. And he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Now here's Simmons. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Harris against Green. Harris finds Butler. 5 on the clock. Embiid, no good. Wizards have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Green dishes the Wall. Pass to Beal. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here is Harris. He has 5, and the shot is good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Wizards have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. 3-pointer, Butler. Rebound by the Wizards. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. James Ennis, he'll check in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Satoransky. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Ennis on the double team. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A lot of coaches out there, Clark, wear their emotions very prominently on their sleeve. Others take the calm, cool approach as a player. Was there a particular style that you preferred?
Yeah, my preference was cool, calm, be direct, be firm, but not necessarily overly emotional. And in my short stint with the Pacers, Jack McKinney was more of the cool and calm approach. He was excitable, but a little bit even-keeled. George was a little more emotional, but still, I enjoyed playing for both of them because I think I was clear in that they were trying to get the best out of me and the best out of the team.
Good way to look at it.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Johnson with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Here's Scott. Goes to the reverse layup and kicks it in. Scott's got his first points of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Satoransky after the Sixers pick up 2. Ariza outside. Pass to Howard. Here's Bryant, and it's blocked by Scott. They get it back. Good. Howard's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Scott. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Inside, Simmons. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Satoransky, the pass to Decker. And Bryant kicks to Howard. Kicks it out to Ariza. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Howard, that's good. Howard's got his second bucket tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Ennis. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Simmons kicks to McConnell. Shoots over Satoransky. And it comes off the front of the rim. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. Here's the teardrop. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got his first basket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Simmons. Here's Ennis. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Howard. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Washington, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one misses. And Philadelphia making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. He hits the second from the line. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ariza against Simmons. Passes it to Marjanovic. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
John Wall getting it done for Washington. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
Just to be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the three. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the three ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
And Simmons is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Ennis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Satoransky with it, out guarded by Simmons. The pass to Ariza. Off target from outside. Ariza's gone 1 of 3 on the night.
How can you not be a fan of T.J. McConnell if you like grit, tenacity, always ready to help his team? He's a fan favorite because he plays with such a competitive edge, even when most of the time he's outmatched physically. Extremely scrappy and heady. He played his college hoops at Arizona, and he's got a long future in front of him in the NBA.
And Satoransky kicks to Ariza. Bryant passes to Satoransky. Here's Howard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
And the Wizards making a change here. Portis is checked in. We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively. Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Satoransky kicks to Decker. It's stolen by Ennis. Outside, Simmons. The hook. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, the quickness by Simmons, breathtaking. So good at blowing by whoever's trying to stay in front of him.
Satoransky against Simmons. And Satoransky kicks to Howard. Pass to Portis. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Ariza. Over McConnell. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got his second basket of the night. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. McConnell scanning the floor. Simmons inside. Ariza covering. Johnson, the pass to Ennis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. Simmons finds McConnell.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Ben Simmons. Averaging about 22 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
The 76ers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Harris comes in for James Ennis, and it's Butler in for Simmons. Then for the Wizards, Jabari Parker's checked in for Howard. Bradley Beal comes in for Sam Decker, and it's John Wall in for Satoransky. Right side, Wall. Passes to Beal. Here's Portis, and a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Wizards lead by 3.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Harris kicks to Embiid over Parker, and Embiid the bucket on the assist from Tobias Harris. And it's 8 points for Joel Embiid. It's Beal on the wing. Portis against Embiid, and stolen by Harris. High post try. Butler, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
McConnell kicks to Butler. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Butler. Now here's McConnell. D right on him. Butler up top. Clock at 6. That one misses. Great D that time from Beal. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And a switcher also for Washington. Green's checked in. Outside, Beal. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
A moment here to see the numbers for Green. 11th in field goal percentage, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. Harris dishes to Embiid. Parker against Harris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harris has got 9 points. And Washington has possession. Outside, Wall. Pass to Portis. Just 5 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A little bit of savvy on the part of Redick there. Gets his man into a bad position and then forces him to commit the foul. Well, you just love the way that J.J. Redick moves on offense. He keeps his defender occupied, constantly on the lookout for operating room to get his shot off. He comes off screens extremely well, uses angles and craftiness. Terrific off-the-ball movement by one of the best shooters in the league.
ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And for Redick in his movement on offense, Clark, most know him as a shooter, but he does so much more.
Yeah, he does. He moves well without the ball. He's a better defender than he gets credit for. He's a guy that can put it on the deck now and drive when you close out to him poorly. His game has grown really quite nicely, and we know what he is as a shooter, a laser.
And at this point of the season, Clark, we can see which teams have the better depth, the better bench. If you would talk about the importance of having a strong bench over the long haul.
For contending teams, I think it's a difference maker because it allows you to work through the length of the season in a more measured way, which gives your key players rest. You spread out the minutes over more players, so that tends to lend itself to freshness as you get ready for the playoffs. I don't know if you can overstate the value of a quality bench when you're a team that's expected to make a deep run in the playoffs.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
76ers trailing. Left side, Scott. Top of the key, Harris. Shot from free throw range. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. And you've got to root for Jabari Parker, the second overall pick, Clark, back in 2014 out of Duke, but two separate tears of his left ACL have held him back.
Yeah, the injuries have certainly derailed his ascension, but the talent level is obvious, Kevin. I mean, this team won 4 state titles in Illinois at Simeon High School. That's actually the same school that produced Derrick Rose, and I think if he can stay healthy, he's clearly all-star capable.
Scott kicks to Harris. Butler in the corner. Embiid in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Embiid really good at shooting in rhythm off the catch.
Redick against Wall. Outside Portis. Pass to Beal. Parker kicks to Green. Over Scott. That one bounces around and comes back out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Dunking is easy for Jimmy Butler. He's an athlete. He's got good size, and he knows how to use that vertical of his to throw it down.
The Wizards have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Ball against Redick. 14 feet away. And again, Washington no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And finished off by Scott.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Ball passes to Beal. Here's Green, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Knocked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Washington.
And they've pretty much ignored the corner 3 tonight. It's a useful shot to have. It really forces the D out wide and opens things up in the middle.
Ryan is checked in for the Wizards. Redick against Wall. Harris outside. He kicks to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Down low and stolen by Harris. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 12 in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Ball with the steal. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Philadelphia now. Green kicks to Beal. Passes it to Wall. 1:44 left in the first half. The 76ers leading. Here's Harris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jabari Parker. Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Sam Decker's checked in for Washington. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly, the good and bad times, was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
And Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with a coach who you believe is the right one for your group. Very impressive work by the Sixers. You know, injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
The 76ers have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
Both good from the line that time. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Kicks to Scott. Butler on the wing. Clock at 6. Drives contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You know, that's just simply outstanding focus. Butler is used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
Saransky's checked in for the Wizards. A free throw dropped for Butler. There's 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Satoransky looking around. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Wizards trail by 4. Outside, Beal. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
That's just really good clock management there. I mean, that's how you close a quarter.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
He said, this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 12 points and 5 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
As we return to Philadelphia, we give you a scenic view of the downtown skyline of this terrific city. A stunning sight. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Jabari Parker is out there with Green, and it's Portis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Redick against Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wall, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
And he's good on the second.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. And there's the pass to Embiid. Back to Butler. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Washington. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Wall's got 12 in the game. Beal with the steal. Wall against Simmons. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 14 points for Wall.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
It's Beal on the wing. Pass to Portis. Back to Beal. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Simmons. Down low. Wall with the block. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Here's Embiid. 12 points for him. 5 to shoot. Outside, Simmons. He dishes it to Reddick. Shoots over Beal. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Saturday, they'll tip off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against the Hawks, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Back to Beal. Shoots. Reddick with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Simmons finds Embiid. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Wall passes to Beal. Butler against Parker. Pass to Portis. Here's Wall. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots. And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. The kick outside to Butler. Basket counts. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Washington calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Marjanovic checked in for Philadelphia. James Ennis comes in for J.J. Redick. And a switcher also for Washington. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Beal. The 76ers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. The first one falls. And Ennis drops them both. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. 7-point differential. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. Right wing. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Marjanovic. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ennis. Another miss by Philadelphia. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Wizards trail by 5. Now Wall. 16 points for him. Portis gets to Ariza. To the paint. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Ariza. And that's now 18 points for John Wall.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back.
Oh, yeah. Wow. My goodness. Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Wall against Simmons. Shoots from 12. And that one goes long. The 76ers leading by 7. Ennis with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Back to Butler with the tip.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Washington, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Green with the block. And they're able to recover.
You know, you can't go for the shot fake. As soon as Embiid has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Tell you what, when Joel Embiid is healthy, this dude is a super effective player. A polished big man with an arsenal of post moves and shots. He's a handful down there.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Portis. Sam Decker comes in for Jeff Green. And Satoransky subbed in for Jabari Parker. And Embiid drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And Wall kicks to Satoransky. Wall against Simmons. Howard up on top. And here is Satoransky. 4 on the shot clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. Number 1, the Wizards.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Simmons against Wall. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Butler against Satoransky. Stolen by Decker. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. They need this, and Decker slams it in.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. To the left side wing. The pass to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ennis. Buries the long-range jumper. Ennis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Washington calls timeout. And there's so much speculation early in Embiid's career if he would even pan out. It's become clear, Clark, that he was worth the wait.
Well, it was all injury-related in terms of the questions because he sat out his first 2 years in the league with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him. The talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Scott in for Ennis. Marjanovic with it. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Butler in the corner. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Satoransky against Butler. Howard finds Ariza. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ariza's got 7 points in the game. The 76ers leading by 10. Simmons on the wing. Ariza covering. Here's Butler. Good D by Ariza.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And here's Simmons for 3. Bryant with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Butler passes to Simmons. Shoots over Satoransky. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Washington.
That's what you call being a master of your craft from Simmons. I mean, fooled the entire defense in the paint there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
That's good from Simmons. Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
Wizards trail by 9. Beal gets a wide open look off the left rim and out.
Can't get more open than that. No idea how he mistimed that mid-range shot. Maybe he was too open.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Scott against Ariza. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Scott. Scott's got 3 assists in the game. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 11. Beal with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And it's Ariza in the corner. Howard trying to free himself up. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Satoransky against Simmons. He kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Butler on the wing. From downtown, Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the middle. Decker passes to Beal. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Beal's got 14 points for the game.
The D was all over it. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And Satoransky kicks to Howard. And the rejection by Marjanovic. That one falls. He's got 10. The 76ers leading by 6. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And they double up Butler. Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Scott. His three-pointers off the mark. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Beal. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia leading by 4. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Amir Johnson is out there with Scott. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Scott finds Simmons. From outside, off the mark.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Harris. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Redick passes to Simmons. And he banks in the layup.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
Wizards trail by 6. Now, here's Satoransky. Outside, Beal. He feeds it to Ariza. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Washington making a change here. Parker's checked in. Free throw drops for Ariza.
Trevor Ariza, a long limb defender, offensively a complimentary scorer. You're not going to run your offense through him, but he can space the floor and make big shots when you run offense to him.
And stolen by Ariza. Here's Green. Rebound by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Harris dishes to Redick. Shoots over Beal. Great D that time from Beal. And Clark, in today's game, you need role players like Ariza, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And he's a prototypical 3-and-D wing. Brings consistency and maturity to his role, sacrificing stats and individual recognition in service of the team. And he's also a guy who's won a championship.
To the paint and stolen by Howard. Scott. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Philadelphia with the ball. Johnson kicks to Scott. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the 76ers lead by 3. Ariza against Harris. Pass to Howard. Outside, Beal. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Ariza against Simmons. It's Redick on the wing. Outside, Scott. The dish to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Over Parker. Harris misses. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Mike Scott. And the Wizards making a change here as well. John Wall's checked in for Trevor Ariza. He gets it in there.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the 76ers call time here. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
And, Kevin, they need this timeout. He's flat out owning them right now. Can't miss.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
Right now, Simmons is a question with no answer, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Parker against Harris. Parker kicks to Beal. Passes to Portis. And Portis throws it down. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Harris finds Embiid. Back to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Redick passes to Embiid. No dice from 9 feet out.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
Wall, that's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
That's tipped. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. To the inside. That one's good. And the Washington lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Joel Embiid.
Well, you got to respect not only the strength and size and agility of Embiid, but how about his balance, too? Able to finish through contact. That's impressive.
Portis, the pass to Beal. And the rejection by Embiid. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Wizards now. Wall passes to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Embiid inside. Working on Portis. Beal from long range. The rebound by Johnson. The 76ers trail by 3. Down low, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Hey, once Embiid catches the hot hand now, he's looking to shoot it as much as he can.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And Wall kicks to Beal to the inside. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist from Beal. 8 points for Jeff Green.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And here's Harris from the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
No surprise seeing Embiid rise up like that. Fantastic at getting around the defense on the offensive glass there.
Washington calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Bradley Beal.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
Here is Wall. Outside Portis. Knocked loose and stolen by Redick. Embiid kicks to Simmons. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Simmons got 12 points here in the second half.
Tell you what, does not matter what the defense throws his way. The heart of Simmons allows him to play through that, and he's still going to knock the shot down.
Outside Wall. Knocks it loose. Embiid with the steal. Banked in off the glass. Embiid's got 24 points.
You know, when he's driving, Joel Embiid is really focused on scoring through contact, and he's got the strength to be able to do it.
Wall against Simmons. Right side Wall. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018. A top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
There's the pass to Simmons. Right wing. Embiid against Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. It's a 3-point game. And a wide open look for Portis. And again, Washington no good.
Oh, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Beal can't get it to go.
Well, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
Pass to Redick. Harris finds Simmons. Back to Harris. Beal against Redick. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Pulls up on the wing. Butler, no good.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Parker against Butler, and stolen by Harris. Doesn't go that time. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the length of green is a real issue
for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
The free throw drops for Jeff Green. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Here's Simmons. Got a piece of it. Left side, Redick. Kicks it to Harris. Over Green. Harris, no good.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Butler. Unable to get that one. Great tee that time from Green. From deep, Wall. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Redick, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Bobby Portis.
Boy, Redick has some of the most admirable traits you want to see in any basketball player. His professionalism and work ethic have made him the player he is today.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Redick.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's the feed to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. The 76ers leading. Now Simmons. Three-pointer. Butler cans it from downtown. Butler's got 24 points.
And Butler not afraid of having the ball in his hands in these big moments. He's the guy that you can count on to get it done in the clutch.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Pass to Portis. Lock at 6. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Inside, Beal makes it off the glass. Beal's got 17 now, just in the second half. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Outside for Redick. Over Beal. Washington with the rebound. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Beal in the corner. And Embiid with the steal. It's Butler that time on the assist by Simmons. 26 points for Butler.
And that's exactly why they call him Jimmy Bucket. Butler, a clutch performer, one of the best we have in the league.
Ball against Simmons.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
He gets them to within one possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Washington. Parker outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Butler kicks to Redick. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the 76ers lead by 6. Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 6. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
Portis, the pass to Wall. Parker with a clean look. No good with the triple. And now we've got the intentional foul. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
Ariza kicks to Decker. It's Ariza on the wing. Satoransky the pass to Decker. For the three. Passes it to Satoransky. And another miss by Washington. And here's McConnell. So the 76ers win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard. We can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.